Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I was about to say ladies and ladies. That would be a bit offensive to my male audience, but it's not a 1, it's about 2 versus 2 here on a Minsk Pocket. Yes, indeed, a 2 versus 2 for you lovely viewers. In the northern corner, we shall be watching Herr Schlitzauge and Thumbsup fighting for the Germans for the 3rd SS Panzer Division Totenkopf, going up against miragefla and mrnooknook, fighting for the Soviet Union and the 10th Guards Mechanized Corps. We're going to be having a bit of a brawl right here on Minsk Pocket, a pocket of doom. And we are only here some pioneers heading out for either player. Infantry companies up. We're seeing grenadiers on the way for both German players. Good. Good. We're also seeing an immediate support weapon company up for miragefla, leaving mrnooknook to seize ground initially here for the motherland. Obviously focusing on getting their hands on the fuel as soon as possible. And there we go, support weapon company up. There's likely going to be some Maxims and some mortars out to deal death to the fascists. Doctrines are joint operations, Jägerarme and Spearhead Doctrine. The exact same thing there for Thumbsup. How odd. Miragefla has already gone for shock rifle infantry and Guards rifle infantry, so the Surds are a bit more out already with their doctrinal choices, interestingly enough. But back here to Schlitzauge. Second squad of Deutsches infantry on the way. Center point here being secured. Grenadiers also hanging about, perhaps worried about initial Soviet rush for the fuel. Yeah, maybe not. But so far Germans spreading perhaps out a bit too much. A bit too much for my liking. So players focusing rather heavily here with their combat engineers in the west. And there we go, maximum support by conscripts pushing up the center, and the last conscript squad engaging the pioneers up here trying to get over the fence and into some cover. So initial engagement begins in the west. Second engagement over here on the east. Here in the west, Grenadiers engaging combat engineers. The Grenadiers will definitely have the advantage unless the other Communists rush in and each end get into cover, but they do not. In fact, retreat after the death of Boris, who also happened to be a salesman. Once. And there conscripts seem to have forgotten about the Grenadiers. Instead, they take a few losses as they run right past them. A bit unfortunate. And there we go. Communists can gain by pioneers. Maximum opening up the Grenadiers here. Thumbsup Grenadiers forced down. Suppressed. Forced retreat. A sniper out here for Thumbsup. The Scharfschütze MD42 arriving. Conscripts dropping like flies. Herr Schlitzauge advancing swiftly and boldly, while the sniper continues to pick off communists at a distance.
Our headquarters has been improved.
With his scope Gewehr 43, although that was not so much used as a sniper rifle as the K90K, the K90K being a bit more useful for that, since, you know, more of it went towards firepower, and thus it actually also had a higher range than the Gewehr 43, I would believe. Well, Maxim's opening up here. Grenadiers coming out of 5-1. Maxim team forced away. Mortar now arriving for miragefla. And these pioneers are running into a bit of unwarranted attention from the Soviet Union, or perhaps, well, not completely unwarranted, but undesired for sure. Machine guns here could be upgraded for some Herr Schlitzauge's Grenadiere, and to pour bullets into the faces of the Soviet advance troops. Miragefla fighting from the nearby fuel point, so far run into a bit of problem. Rifle grenade there takes out a few Soviet lives. And there we go, mortar firing away. Maxim running up again. A support weapon company up for mrnooknook as well. Fancy that. And there we go, attacking from several positions at once, trying to outflank here the Maxim, but getting caught in front of it. Oh dear, getting caught point blank, that's terrible. Retreat, Schlitzauge, Rückzug. At the same time, these grenadiers getting caught by another Maxim. Rather brutal all of a sudden here. Grenadiers getting held up here by a bunch of piled up logs. Firewood. Oh, one hell of a rifle grenade right there, causing many grievous casualties upon the forces of socialism. And popping out to Thumbsup. conscripts over here not doing too well. Finding themselves getting shot at. Other Surts keep pushing on. More Maxims arriving here. No, no, that's from mrnooknook.
Pioneer squad suffering losses!
Would have figured perhaps one of them would have gone for the special driver company, perhaps gotten himself a sniper himself, or some scout cars, or even more fun, some venal troops, but apparently they both love the Maxim machine guns so much. Rather close here. That Thumbsup is going to lose a full squad of infantry, also knowing he's gone very heavy into tier 1. 3 grenadiers, sniper and 2 MGs. Thumbsup is definitely not sticking his thumbs up his arse about this. He's taking it very seriously. Though of course at the same time it might risk him leaving him rather vulnerable to any kind of vehicles hitting him, so he needs to be a bit careful about that. Also noting none of the German players so far have a mortar. Could perhaps prove to be a problem. And there we go, Maxim MGs, 42s, and the other sort of fun stuff. Sniper needs to be careful, he could find himself a bit exposed and a bit dead if he's not careful. There we go, running straight into the MD42 Maxim, then got and there's conscript following up. So far, good coordination between the Surge machine guns and their infantry, pushing with them. But we are noting an awful lot of Maxims, although now we also finally see a field gun out. Tankery Battalion Command up, and a Flammpanzerwagen out here for Schlitzauge. Burning away at the Bolsheviks.
Sharpshooter, ready for battle! Taking water fire!
Sniper doing what he can, though he needs to be careful. One lucky mortar round, and he's going to be very, very dead. While Schlitzauge forages onwards with his Flammpanzerwagen. So needs to be careful he doesn't get caught up in some kind of anti-tank grenade, which would likely be bad for its health. And its continued well-being, in fact. So there we go. Nice flanking on mrnooknook's Maxim. It looks like they might be able to escape the cruel grasp of Deutschland. Sniper continues to do what he does best, which is shoot people from a distance. Taking up going on here, 4 thumbs up. Looks like he's taking on to tier 2, no surprises there. Barrage up, Sniper needs to be careful. Continued. Covering the center victory point. Fuel cache is going up here for Schlitzauge, ensuring plenty of fuel for the German war machine right here, for this particular part of the front. Also, fun fact, but snipers really wouldn't have been part of a panzer division. They really weren't suited for that kind of job. Snipers were actually, in fact, more of a defensive fighter rather than offensive. And they didn't really, suit with mechanized doctrine, at least that's what I know. Of course, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that snipers really didn't see any action in the panzer divisions. Or panzer grenadiers for that matter. They were more an infantry division measure, and in that sense, a defensive measure. It's a little fun fact there. Ooh, anti-tank grenade hits the Flammpanzerwagen there in the rear. German infantry continues on. Panzer grenadiers leading the way as well with their Sturmgewehrs. Things look a bit dangerous here. Oh dear, and oh, the MG42 went down. Sniper gains veterancy 1. And German infantry getting stopped once more at the cusp of the enemy's base by the Maxim and the CIS-3. Now go of larger retreat going on there from Schlitzauge as the bombardment proves too much. MG42 covering here, definitely not a bad spot I suppose, though a mine or something behind it in case some armor rushes out. In fact, we're seeing here that miragefla has got himself the T-70 light tank. Panzer IV now rolling out here for Thumbsup, and we are noting there's absolutely no anti-tank weapons here for the Germans. No packs, no Panzerschrecks, no nothing. And time to pop out of miragefla, in fact. One squad of conscripts, one company squad, 2 Maxims, a mortar, and 2 field guns now. The T-70. Tiniest tank so far in the game. Later replaced, by the way, by the T-34-76, as the Russians, when they got their hands on the T-30-45, realized, well, you know, that T-34-76 could do the reconnaissance job just as well as the T-70, and be a bit better at also fighting, basically.
Standing by.
Of course, I didn't mean that T-70 didn't see an action after that, but of course they wouldn't be produced, and they'd certainly see less issue overall. There we go, assault going in here, conscripts are getting shredded. Lots of Maxims opening up here, Panzer's getting caught in a crossfire. And there we go, Panzerkampfwagen here ramming for Thumbsup. So a bit of action going on here, and over here as well. Panzer IV walling ahead. T-70 going to be a bit of a problem with the Panzer IV catch-up. At the same time, we're seeing a large wall of field guns moving up here, which could easily make things very ugly. And there we go. Immediate connection there with 2 field gun shots, taking the Panzer IV down to half health within seconds. And good night. Rather unfortunate that. Looks like the Soviets are making some progress now. West flank seems to have been abandoned. There seems to be no attempt from the Germans, by the way, to flank the Soviets. And there we go, empty down. Force everything what they can. And what is this? Reconnaissance from either of the German players. Now it needs to get away, get away. And heavy panzer co-op for Schlitzauge. Interesting. And a larger assault going on here against the lone MG42 on the right flank until it's forced away, leaving behind a Maxim to secure for the Soviets once more. Mechanized armor coming up for mrnooknook.
Yes, comrade.
But the Soviet army gloriously advances. And a T-34 then seems to be on the follow-up. Mortars finally arriving. I'm surprised they didn't get a mortar much sooner. That would definitely help with all the support weapons the Soviets had. So it's a bit of an oddity. And finally also seeing that they're trying to shift the advance up to a bit west there. That's good. No good in actually attacking straight down the front. But we are seeing the Soviets force quickly react to this. We're also noting we're actually seeing ambush mode up with some of the field guns. Well done. And there we go. Nice hit there on the Flammpanzerwagen. Immediately forcing that way, and there we go, Panzers once more caught in the deadly stream of bullets from 2 Maxims.
T-34 ready for combat.
And there we go, the T-34 arrives here for miragefla.
Enemy contact!
While the sniper continues to pluck away at Soviet lives. Mines up, good. Definitely could do with some mining over here as well. In fact, this is a great spot for mining. So it's here. Basically, anything can check that victory point, which is directly advanced. Also noting here, the Soviets are a bit low in victory points. The Germans, on the other hand, have 500 at the moment. The Germans, in that regard, definitely hold the advantage at the moment. And a Panzerkampfwagen 5 arriving here for Schlitzauge, the Panzer. Strong frontal armor, less strong side armor, in fact. Less strong, in fact, than a Panzer IV. Which is actually a slightly fun fact. And in fact, Panther commanders were always advised to keep the frontal armor pointed towards the enemy at all times. And certainly not expose their rear sides. Weak sides, I mean. But yeah. Fun fact. Oh no, mine! Ah! Schlitzauge tried to pull up a flanking, instead he hit a mine because he hadn't checked the path in advance. And now he might get caught up in field guns, T-34s and other nasties with his Panther's engine on fire. That is bad, that is bad. Panzerbank doing what he can here, but simply getting overwhelmed by Soviet fire here. The tanks moving too much. And there we go, down. Half-tank also coming out here for miragefla. Time to pop over to mrnooknook. Getting an S-35 now. Bit of manpower being floated. Absolute chaos right here. The charge of the 3rd SS entered in bloody murder, it would seem. Panther desperately trying to get out there, raking the advancing Soviet infantry with as many bullets as possible in the hopes that will deter them. And Panzer going to made a bold move here to clear out that field gun to ensure he couldn't knock out the Panther. Succeeded, but with some rather unfriendly losses inflicted upon them. And there we go, the Centrix exposed. T-34 rolls in, though not too much in either. There we go, though. Panzerfaust ruined the engine. Typical. Flak Panzer out here for a thumbs up. Looks like he's trying to go and deal with some of the Soviet infantry. Not a bad idea. There we go, mines up. Mines could also be good here. Here, that's also a good spot for mining. And here. Just a mine suggestion. Mines up here as well. Good. The Soviets making good use of mines. They're clearing some of all these weapons. And there you go, the A-35 arrives.
We are as ready as we can be.
And Ostwind there being forced away. Sniper continues to be a bastard. Close to veterans. You, on the other hand, he needs some healing. He should be pulled back. And also noting no medic bunker up here. One here would be good. Though, of course, I'm not necessarily much about seeing some pretty poor snipers myself. Also, Telemine up there. Clearly trying to take into Soviet advance. Good, good. Not really good with this assault across open ground here for the Panzer Grenadiers. T-70 nearby as well. Maxim opening up. 50 caliber half tank also opening up. A deluge of death. Panzerschrecks out a bit too plucky there from our German friend. Counter-attack in the west. Panther rolling in again, directly head on. Careful, Schlitzauge, careful. But looks like so far he's doing alright here against the S-35. The question is, how long will it last? How long will it last? Pull back the Panther, Schlitzauge. Pull back the Panther. There we go, got the A-35, but the Panther 70 damage, and there we go. AA half-craft. Got an aircraft. Stuka went down somewhere. Potentially not quite over the rainbow. Schlitzauge is actually charging in his Panther. If he's doing that, he should at least blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg, trust in the power of... Oh, never mind then. That was a bit pointless there by Schlitzauge. A senseless risk considering how little health the Panther had left. If he had to do it, absolutely had to do, he should have used Blitzkrieg. So I'm a bit disappointed there in Schlitzauge. A bit disappointed. Artillery going in here by the looks of it. Light artillery barrage. Connecting with the field gun crew in a very deadly manner. T-70 almost going down. Devastation wrought here by a nicely placed light artillery barrage. Considering doctrines, either player must have gone for joint operations. So there's not really much else that could explain that. In the doctrine they both had chosen.
Taking indirect fire! What do you need?
Now the Soviet players on the other hand on the launch with the hands of the victory points. In fact, all three. Could do this in mines over here as well. So it's holding on pretty hard here by the point. The half-tank definitely helping keeping troops reinforced at the front line. Shock troopers arriving for miragefla.
You have orders?
More fuel catches up, by the way. Good, good. Another A-35 arriving to replace the one lost to the fascist tanks. And another Panther Also, one thing, considering all the support weapons they've seen from the Soviets, I'm surprised, you know, that Schlitzauge hasn't gone for the Panzerwerfer in an attempt to basically blast the bastards out. In fact, I'm a bit disappointed in that as well. Incendiary artillery going in response, and time to pop back here to Schlitzauge, who's definitely getting close to having the resources for a Panzerwerfer. 42. One of many rocket delivery methods the Germans had. They of course also had the Needlewerfers, of which they had several variants. Some small, some large. Some specifically actually meant for firing incendiary payloads, and those would actually be the bigger ones, not the 15 centimeter like we saw in Company Heroes. In fact, that one only shot explosive payloads. I believe it was 30 centimeter. We actually shot incendiary ones, so maybe I got it all the way around. Never mind. But I think that's the case, anyways. And of course, we also had the Stuka, which fired very large Needlewerfer rounds. There we go, Veterans 1. And finally, we actually had some Panzerwerfers. We actually fired Katyusha rockets. Yes, indeed, they actually copied Katyusha rockets and made some for themselves. And those were actually used by the SS Panzer divisions largely, except for the 21st Panzer Division in Normandy, which actually had a bunch of them themselves. So a bit of quick fun facts there on German artillery usage, when it came to rockets anyways. More mines going up there, lovely. Wunderbar. Unless you're the Germans, of course, in which case it's going to be a bit more scheiss once you hit them. And there we go, I like the Feldhaupt hits finding up for thumbs up. A thumbs up to that. Incendiary artillery barrage here might... Oh, not incendiary artillery barrage, but incendiary armor-piercing ammunition might be an idea here, but not might be too late, in fact. And the sniper here could consider actually firing off an incendiary round to stun the conscripts, as it does ensure they can't fire for a brief period of time. Mortar rounds going in. Germans are being forced to fall back. The assault of the 3rd SS so far not doing too well. Surprised we're not seeing anything else like, say, a Stug from Thumbsup. Oh, mine went off, killing the combat engineers. Cooked alive. How unfortunate.
It's done.
Nice hit there from a mortar round, almost wiping out the entire MT crew. Konska is going to hold up here against several Grenadiers attacking. No light machine guns. In fact, I'm deeply surprised that Schlitzauge has not bothered with a single one. Also noting Jägerarmer, but so far I don't think he's made a single use of any ability except, you know, reconnaissance overfly. I can't help but feel that's a bit off. And then we got a second Panther out for Schlitzauge. Can he utilise this better than the first one? And an IS-2 for miragefla. Soviet heavy armor arrives and it destroys. It crushes everything that opposes socialism, including National Socialism, of course. That makes sense.
Yeah.
One is short. Veterans of 3 Grenadiers, nice, but still no light machine guns. And there you go, Panther coming under fire. Ooh, could it be a trap? There's certainly a field gun hiding here slightly, ever so quietly. And there you go, the Feldhaubitze unleashes death from afar on the ground. Now that was a bit anticlimactic. Another bit of air reconnaissance. This time, by the looks of it, from the other guy. Oh, thumbs up. And utilising to call in some light artillery straight on the IS-2. Getting shot down again, though. Crashing down right here now. Certainly the Luftwaffe is suffering a few unfortunate casualties in their reconnaissance duties. IS-2 not looking too good. Heavily damaged. Light artillery barrage definitely was not any improvements for its health. Panther rolling in. Katyusha is now firing away. Pack as well. Field gun, by the way, has been decrewed. He should quickly crew it with the shock troops and fire away if he wants to save his IS-2. Come on, Mirage Flight. No, instead he's moving ahead. He's moving ahead. He's not recruiting, he's not taking his one advantage he might have gotten here against a Panther. Instead, he might have lost the IS-2 because of that. Definite shame there, definite shame. And there we go, IS-2 down, and I will say could have been more. Instead, he actually tried going for the pack right behind it. Why on earth would he do that? That definitely seemed a bit of a misfire in his neurons. Ostman moving in to support as well. Germans are rather depleted at the moment, so they have to be rather careful they don't mess things up too much. Over to Thumbsup. Pack needs to turn about before it's never mind. They're dead.
Artillery ready.
Already veterans 1 here for the howitzer. Points ticking down quickly though for the Germans. And an elephant tank just arrives here for Schlitzauge. Schwere Panzerjägerabteilung 603 has provided with its armoured support. Thought there was marking down there. Anyways. So it's to get a nice chunk of map. I think the elephant though is a bit of an odd choice considering everything, since there's not really an awful lot of armour from the Soviets. And he's already got Panthers. I'm not really sure the elephant's going to do an awful lot more, in particular due to the nature of the terrain, which rather leaves the Panthers effective. In fact, this is more terrain for a Pack 43, which we do see that Thumbsup has gone for.
The bunker has been approved with an MG-42.
And bunkers are going up. Looks like the howitzers getting off some nice kills here, heading an interdiction route, going into the interdiction, basically trying to shoot in a spot where there's expected enemy movement. And basically hoping to get lucky, which he essentially did. I mean, that's one way of actually using artillery. I mean, there's essentially always going to be sort of main routes for your opponent to get troops back to the front. And of course, those can always be good spots for basically artillery if you don't have any other ideas. So, little suggestion there when it comes to artillery. No usage of the officer from Thumbsup. I'm very disappointed in that. Very. But there we go, just so many maximum firing weapons. We're seeing the artillery going in on them. Large Soviet position. Light Infanteriegeschütz flying away. Can it catch them? No. What a shame. Nice idea though, but a bit too slow there. Instead, all it gets blown up are a bunch of trees. And we can see here the Soviets are beginning to shift gradually out more towards the flank, which is not a bad idea considering all the stuff that's running forward in the centre. And certainly the elephant has revealed itself now by firing. Lumbering forwards. And there we go, assault on the western victory point, or at least attempt to secure it, has met with an unfortunate and unexpected amount of resistance, as a large Soviet force in fact had taken up position there. Another Panther from Schlitzauge, or perhaps the second one, which actually somehow managed to survive. Smoke going up here, looks like we might, yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen, large smoke screen going down in an attempt to secure this point. Bold, bold, I like it, clever, except nothing's actually moving forward to take the point then, which rather makes it a bit odd. I can't help but feel, there was a part of a plan there, and then they rather forgot the vital part, which is people to do the stuff. And there we go, Panther rolling hit, damage. Oh my god! Maxim crew just exploded. Panther here getting the drop on the field gun. Oh, it's a howitzer. The howitzer's firing, but at the same time the Panther's right in the firing line. I can't help but feel that's another case of things not being properly coordinated, you know. And certainly this smoke was a bit wasted. I mean, it was great to see, but, you know, it was rather, again, lacking that aspect which is called infantry to actually take ground. Right, now we've thrown down to smoke. Men advance! Ah, yeah, we forgot about that, mein Führer. Hauptsturmführer. Ah, scheiße, not again. It always happens. And there we go, nice Kachucha barrel rush straight into everything. Right flank here falling. I mean, we're seeing lots of aggression in this fight, lots of attacks. Very little actual passiveness, which is great. And it's actually time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is the Germans are definitely a bit on the back foot. Their points ticking down rapidly. They've got a lot of things, but at the same time they're actually having a little bit of trouble actually pushing forward. Again, they're a bit lacking in stuff to blow up the support position, more specifically the support weapons. In that regard, I mean, we've got the howitzer, which is grand, but I mean, they could do with more, and I'm not saying they should get more howitzers, but, you know, there's something cheaper, more mobile that Schlitzauge could get, which would be the Panzerwerfer, which could then use, you know, bombard away. I also think Schlitzauge might want to consider getting a bit more out of his Panthers because he keep losing them, so he's a bit too reckless. I feel he seems to think they're Tigers when they're just Panthers, and ultimately, Panthers, while having great frontal armor overall, were a little less durable and had much weaker sidearm, and that's, I think, was the problem that Schlitzauge runs into, losing them in rather unfortunate and sad ways. Though we also now seeing another IS-2 out here for miragefla, so that's definitely something that Schlitzauge might want to consider. But overall, I mean, the German players now need to lead a serious punch towards victory points. The right here and the centre would definitely be the easy. I mean, the west point is simply too guarded, although they should have something to guard against that. They've also got something here to keep the Soviet heavy armor and any armor for that matter at base. They should basically just position that correctly, and otherwise try now to blast away through these Soviet positions with some artillery. Although I will say the placement of the pack does limit how much it can actually do, because, well, as you might be casually noticing, it's rather behind. I mean, it can't, I don't even think, cover the first victory point here, so essentially it's more of a fallback position, which also limits a bit more its effectiveness and actually allows the Soviets to pretty much just park their asses on every single victory point without much to fear. So there's a bit of a problem there. On the other hand, it's also nicely placed, so for example, a direct rush here for the howitzer might not go so well if they were to attempt that. So there's definitely something going on there for the Soviets. On the other hand, we'll pop over here to miragefla. I mean, they should basically just consider just focusing in here. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage now. The Germans are really beginning to hit back hard with heavy tank destroyers, heavy anti-tank guns, and the howitzer. Things are getting a bit more nasty. They, on the other hand, got all 3 victory points, and they could definitely win if they hold on to that. So they should definitely begin mining more, and they should basically dig in around every single victory point and do their best. I also think, you know, considering the one when Gardrov combined arms should get a howitzer himself, begin bombarding the German positions. I mean, if they can get, for example, the enemy howitzer or the Pak 43 with their own howitzer, that could definitely actually open up for an assault, and that could actually lead to the destruction of the German forces here. On the other hand, a failure for that might actually result in the Germans being able to build up some serious firepower. Also, I think Schlitzauge should consider at least temporarily dropping the Panthers, perhaps instead getting a Sturmpanzer 4, since the problem is obviously more infantry and infantry support weapons, and now the Sturmpanzer 4 is going to do better than the Panther. So not a little fun fact, fun thought there, but let's return to the fight.
Supply sector under attack.
Also, I think Thumbsup should get some Stooks. Definitely some Stooks. But making some good progress up the right hand side, but the points continue to sink down.
Engineer standing by.
Slow bounds up the west on the other hand. Lots of aircraft flying all over the damn place. And finally a Panzerwerfer out here for Schlitzauge. Finally the Panzerwerfer arrives. Looks like they're trying to get that fuel cache.
The enemy is down to 100 points.
And there's 35 hanging about here as well. Panzer leading their advance. Oh, nice assault on the Maxim. IS-2 moves up, but actually misses grotesquely. Failing to hit anything. Looks like he's going to try again. And there we go. Some more serious casualties now inflicted. Advance. We're seeing Thumbsup laying down some telemines in advance in preparation for a Soviet counter-attack. And there we go. Already an S-25 has moved it. And is firing on the Pioneers. But incendiary to the barrage to cover the point. Well played there by miragefla, except none. Oh, never mind. Then I was just about to say none of the rounds actually hit, but in this case they clearly burn away the Fritzes, and the Austrian might also be lost. Oh, thumbs up. But we do see the point has been rendered neutral, but they end up getting burned up anyways. And there we go, both points rendered neutral, down to 57 victory points here for the Germans, for Deutschland, for the 3rd SS. And more smoke going down here. Looks like the Germans laying down a huge smoke cover to protect their securing of the centre victory point. Lovely. Lovely. And a Sturmovik strafing run.
Incendiary artillery barrage ready to fire.
And they go advancing back towards that centre victory point. Half track moving up here for Thumbsup. We're definitely seeing here the Soviets are playing a bit carefully. They know what's hanging about here in the north, so they're playing carefully with the armour. They don't want to risk losing their tanks so quickly. And there goes strafing run, wipes out so many units. Incendiary barrage going off as well. Heavy losses here being inflicted on Thumbsup. Dreadful. And then IS-2 moves up as well. Gets off a few nice kills at the same time. Being careful, he does take too many hits from the elephant. Never mind then, I thought he would, but miragefla is moving ahead anyways. So much death, so many people burning up. Just a huge ton of rockets as well. And there we go, the half tank gets destroyed in a shower of bullets. It's pandemonium, chaos, destruction, madness. 49 victory points left, 48. Germans making their move here for this Western victory point. Nothing to protect it, no mines, no maxims, no nothing. And meanwhile, looks like a mine assault being set up here for the right flank. And looks like the IS-2 went the way of... No, never mind. It's actually been pulled back for repairs. Good job there. Was afraid it might have gone the way of the Dodo. So near chaotic, more incendiary artillery. So much incendiary artillery. There's probably enough white phosphorus here to do something absolutely terrible.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Or whatever they'd use in the incendiary artillery, but I think they used white phosphorus, the Russians, or some kind of other nasty stuff. Maxim up here in a covering position. Field gun barraging point blank as well. miragefla a bit desperate here, caught a bit with his pants down his ankles by the Panzer gun, and he's forced to quickly sort of turn things around, but having a bit of limited luck. And now we've got air shooting fire arrives. That's not really going to stop the Panzer guns with the Panzer strikes.
Enemy contact!
Maxim though moving up, going here for the centre victory point again. Though clumped up, they're making things a bit too easy for the Germans here. T-34 flanking the elephant. Though of course we have the Pak 43 here, so the T-34 needs to be careful. Infantry I think needs to quickly follow up, so does the S-35. If they can quickly sort out this Pak 43, they might have a great chance of victory. More rockets, IS-2 ready to move ahead. Flanking the Pak 43. And a scout car up, thumbs up all of a sudden. Time to go to Mr. Nook. And there we go, strafing run. Got the Panzerwerfer. No submachine guns anymore, though, for his conscripts. Certainly not tempted to hit in the dirt either. And there we go, T-34 went down. Katusha for some reason that closed at the front line. I think it might have been a misclick here from Nook. German infantry continue to push against this Maxim with limited results. An elephant here getting blasted away. Shock troopers moving in as well. And there we go, veterans won. And there we go, Pak 43 turning around to deal with this infernal tank destroyer. Careful, Nook. And grenade does impressively little. And there we go, S-35 are wrecked. The Panzerabwehrkanone 43 knocked it out. Shock troopers moving in to clear out the bleeding crew, smoking up to protect, and there we go. It is cleared, and they're actually recruiting it. The shock troopers are recruiting the Pack 43. Could they turn against the elephant and wipe it out? At the same time that we are seeing the Austrians moving in to clear out the flank. No rockets, no, they're clearing out their own Pack 43 with their Katyushas. 9. What a shame, what a shame. Mr. Nook apparently wasn't paying attention, he just rocketed the position. Ach du lieber.
Destroyed one of our vehicles.
And still, for that kind of work, you actually want a howitzer to knock out positions. So I mean, it's not like he's doing it very effectively. And there we go, taking advantage of the chaos, the Germans advancing. Schlitzauge moves ahead. IS-2 down, field guns blasting away. Panzer gunners and grenadiers pushing it as well. Still no light machine guns up, still no light machine guns, and still no officer either. Keine Offizier. And that howitzer just continues to fire away. 35 kills, veterans are free. Geballte Ladung und everything. So it's being pushed back now. Victory points, by the way, for the Germans are down to 18. 18.
Close air support is available.
Definitely not good. German mortar battery continues to hang around here, the western victory point, in case the Bolsheviks decide to make a move. Still, would like to see a howitzer up here. That could definitely benefit him greatly. Instead, we're seeing 2 more conscript squads. They should fucking repaired. Lovely. More mines could be needed. Then again, he might be saving up resources for another storming attack. And there we go. Panther got the Katyusha. The last Katyusha is dead.
Fresh conscripts have arrived. He's coming around.
The Panther continuing to prove itself a beast, although Schlitzauge also continuing to prove he can easily lose them, it would seem. And looks like he's about to prove it again.
More of our troops have been lost.
Oh, very close here. They dodged the mine by a minute distance. And we're actually noting here, armor covers close actually getting the aircraft, but there we go. Main gun wrecked, even while using infantry awareness to keep a track of enemy infantry so it doesn't get ambushed. Well played, and there we go. Victory points getting lost again. Down to 9, 8. Just in the nick of time, the Germans push forward and retake the point. This is getting very tense. Smoke popping up as well. Panther advancing against Schlitzauge, pushes his Panther beyond safe limits. Come on, Schlitzauge, do you hate your Panthers that much? And there we go, Panther down. Ach, nein. Bunker up here to protect, lovely. And the artillery continues to rain death. And another IS-2 heavy miragefla, time to pop back to Schlitzauge. Another Panzerwerfer on the way, which of course indicates lost them probably to the Sturmwix strafing runs, which can easily wipe out a Panzerwerfer, by the way, and any other light half-track vehicle. Trying to deal with damage and wipe out the C3 so it can't be recruited. Finding over here versus some communist rifle grenades though, doing the trick as usual. But another field gun moving up. Austrian might want to get out of there. IS-2 leading in western advance, followed up by some lone combat engineers. Whew. Mortar up, point secured. Pack 43 continues to point in the wrong direction. Yeah, no, Heinz. Yeah. I think we might do better if he points the direction where the enemy might actually come from. Ah. You probably have an idea there, Helmut. And there we go, the IS-2 living up to its job, which is partly actually blowing up fortifications on the move. With its large gun there, so well done there, miragefla, clearing out the bunker. Panzerwerfer, I think, a bit too close to the front line there, Herr Schlitzauge. And some mines still would be a good idea, but never seems like Nook nor miragefla gets around to it. Now though the west is open, now they just need infantry to follow up. Meanwhile the Germans continue to hang around here the centre, digging in rather hard. And a bit of blocking fire here on the victory point. Spare fire essentially in an attempt to ensure the Serbs can't get it. He's basically bombarding the point.
Resistance! Taking fire!
Also a tactic, by the way. Also a tactic. They're obviously not foolproof. And the MG42 crew here for a rude awakening in the form of the IS-2.
We're dying here!
Conscript versus Grenadiers.
We are ready! The Russians are coming!
Half-track awaiting orders. Panzerwerfer is ready for action.
And more rockets. More rockets.
Yeah?
Grenade! They're tearing me apart!
They're tearing me apart. I'm going to guess it's the Stuka crew. And they're going for the victory point again, fighting desperately for this one as well. Germans pushing ahead. Rather aggressive and desperate play from outside. And incendiary artillery in an attempt to cover. Oh dear, squad down. Oh dear. Oh dear. Things are definitely tensing up. Things are getting very desperate here for the Germans. And there we go. Both points are down. They're ticking down again. The points are ticking down. 6 points left. Can they stop it in time? 5 victory points left for the Germans. They can't allow themselves many more mistakes, if any at all.
Under attack! You need an elephant?
And that howitzer just continues to fire away ruthlessly.
Grenadiers reporting objective.
Bunker up here. Another attempt by Thumbsup, basically blockading the way here. Definitely not a bad idea. Definitely realising that they're running short on manpower, of course. They're taking one of the cheap options, which is bunkers at times. Of course, currently they're lacking the upgrade to actually hold it.
Panzer Grenadiers.
We're seeing miragefla launching in shock troopers.
Half-track ready.
And there we go. Empty bunker finally up. Grenadiers on the run. IS-2 seems to be remaining here as a reserve. Austin moving in to try and deal with the shock troopers. Good idea, good idea. Since nothing else has been sent in to support. And there we go, the shock troopers. Shock troopers meaning a rather grim demise. And there go, bunker up here. The Germans are basically bunkering up where they can. They're going to make it as difficult as possible to take the points. IS-2 pulling back, might be needed over here, of course. So defense continue up here. There's no anti-tank weapon, and looks like we might see another Panther on the way for Schlitzauge. And there we go. Panther away. And lots of rockets tearing out the souls of the nearby infantry. Though the Panzers themselves run into a bit of a headache with the Maxim as usual here from mrnooknook. Time to O to thumbs up. Who's got several Austrians, not a single Panzer IV or Stug. I'm a bit disappointed in that. Still no officer. Desperate attempt here to protect the victory point. Seems to have failed.
We have reduced our foes to 1.
And the points are ticking down now for the Soviets. They're down below 100.
Reinforcements! This is now German territory. Under attack!
T-34 sent in to support another push.
One of our forward buildings.
IS-2 arriving as well. No messing about here. Bunker will go down. So with that, Ostwind blitzkrieging, trying to desperately get away, but no! Oh. Might have wanted to move a bit more there. Thumbs up. Except it seems to have gotten rather lucky. T-34 missed it. Field gun firing in support. Maxim here getting bombarded as well. But looks like the soldiers are just utterly occupied now. They really seems willing to risk everything just to gain the victory point for a few seconds. Bit of a dangerous situation. It can make people too reckless at times not to throw any chances of winning, because they can't seem to coordinate properly. Bunker still there, meaning the infantry can't move up quickly in the wake of things. They should have cleared it out quickly with a field gun while the R2 was occupied there. That was a bit of a mistake there. In fact, it was quite a mistake there. A large one. Field gun still not turning up. They're still not dealing with a bunker. And there we go, went down. Guards infantry shock troopers coming in. Holding up here, but getting Panzerwerft. Getting Panzerwerft. Panther here. Outgunned, field gun firing at the rear. That's definitely never a good position. IS-2 ready to fire into the side. There we go, anti-tank grenade as well. Guards infantry advancing. And there we go, Panther down. Again, Schlitzauge seems a bit reckless with his Panthers, and he ends up losing a lot of them without actually doing a lot with them, which is a bit unfortunate. 22 points left for the Soviets.
Bastards headed coming!
It's lightly rocketing the house right there with a few conscripts are holding out.
Our opponents are seizing this
Elephant continuing to remain, having done something reasonably right.
We have a forward structure under attack.
IS-2 though not really equipping on an elephant from the front. Looks like he got lucky there. Shot bounced off the front.
Ready for orders.
And setting up bunker to guard there. It looks like the Soviets might have risked too much. They might have lost too much again. The failing moment, I think, might have been basically here where they failed to take out the bunker in time to sort of take things. Otherwise, they could probably have done it. Instead, they themselves made a mistake right as the curtains were closing. Now one last desperate attempt here. Might they be able to pull it off? Machine gun bunker firing away. Lots of rockets. Moving up field guns, moving up guards, infantry. They might be able to flank in. Another aircraft shot down. Seems the Luftwaffe is taking a bit of a beating here. Veterans are free for the field gun. Grenades. Clearly intending to take the point there. Panzer is rushing in. This is everything or nothing. So to just rush in everything they can to take it now. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 5 versus 7 points. Shock troopers moving in. Grenades. Get the grenades in. Or something like that. Definitely from the Germans. Light machine. Oh, anti-tank rifle drop. IS-2 moving in as well. Shock troopers taking heavy losses. Just so much fire being arrayed here. Seems like miragefla has no munitions for grenades. Oh no. Panzerwerft firing in as well, and there we go. No, then he finally got it. Rushing in here, the last bits. And there we go. Holding 5. Not it, now it's 4. So there he is with the anti-tank rifle. Three, 2, 1. And game over. Very tense fight. Very close. I mean, we were down to, 5 victory points for the Germans. barely any for the Soviets as well. And again, I will say the defining moment where they tripped was right here with the bunker, where they failed to take it up first. That is, prioritizing targets before rushing in here, basically ensuring the infantry couldn't follow up. In fact, that was actually part of a German strategy. I mean, probably not intentional, but partly again, one of the ways German usually handled attacks was, again, the Soviets always sending tanks first, infantry would follow up. So basically what the Germans always did was they hit themselves with the tanks as they, well, basically jumped into the trenches or whatever, let the tanks drive past, then they popped up dead with the infantry, and then afterwards cleared out the tanks behind their lines. And in essence, I mean, while not so intentional, that is what happened here. The tanks rolled ahead, forgot the machine gun bunker, the infantry got stopped up, and then, things fell apart. Had that not happened, they would have won this match. I'm confident of it, but it didn't. Instead, victory for Germany, although rather costly victory. And again, I think, the Germans themselves also made some mistakes. I mean, one of the larger things that rather hurt here, and again, that's even something good players can make, and certainly these were not bad, but, again, it can happen still here, is again, doctrinal choices. I mean, the ones that make the best usage of them were Thumbsup and miragefla. They make the best use of it. Thumbsup basically only need to use his field off, so I think miragefla actually just need to use the KV-8, and even then, I mean, that wouldn't necessarily be necessary, though it could have done a lot, and that was basically it. On the other hand, I mean, Schlitzauge didn't use half-track regal mines, he didn't use the spotting scope, he didn't use this. I mean, basically he didn't actually use his doctrine an awful lot. And the question is, I mean, if he just wanted, reconnaissance and this, he could also have gone for fortified armor. It would also have given him smoke and perhaps something he could have used more. Another problem for Schlitzauge, for example, was his use of the Panthers. This was definitely a bit lacking, rather sadly. I mean, he kept rushing them in, he didn't take very good care of them, and he also could have reacted faster with a Panzerwerfer. On the other hand, he was good, attacking up the flanks. So, I mean, it was not all bad, but, clearly problems. I also think both of them made the bit mistake of getting a bit too heavy with the anti-tank weapons. I mean, both of them went, fire the pack for the Flint Elephant. I think that was a bit too much, considering the focus was on support weapons and infantry. So I think they could have handled doctrines a bit better and reacted a bit better towards something. In my opinion, that is, of course, they are free to disagree. And, more Duke would have been nice. So there's that for the Soviets again. They could have done with a howitzer or two. If they'd done that, and perhaps, instead of all the CoH2s, I'm pretty sure they would have done a lot better, because, again, they could have dealt with some of the hard points, they could have done a lot more damage, and again, that could also have led them to victory. And, I think, a special revive command might also have helped. I mean, again, another method could have been you rushing up here with the penal troops lobbing us out to a charge. Good night, Pack 43. For example, the sniper would also have been helpful, so there's some problems there in that sense. Both of them going for support weapon company in the long run ended up biting them in the arse. So again, that's also something to consider, when playing team games. It's great, sometimes if you go for the both thing, but at the same time, there is an advantage to a bit more diversity. So, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe to your friends. If you didn't, well, why not provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.